Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to everyone, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Puan Shimi and I'm the moderator for today's session. Okay, I would like to thank all of you for joining us today for this special live classroom brought to you by the team of Edidik Perak. Okay, and we are really grateful, because with us today we have a very special invited guest. Okay, she is Dr. Juhaida, okay, binti Abdul Aziz, and she's from SK Panchor Muar, Johor. Okay, so we are very much grateful, for her presence, an individual who has many years of experience, in the topic that she's going to share with us today. Okay, um, the topic, that she will be sharing with us today. Okay, it's about navigating, home-based learning, tweaking CEFR remotely. Okay, it's now 11:30. So without further ado, I would like to invite our guest speaker, Dr. Juhaida, binti Abdul Aziz, to start the sharing session. Okay, so I'll pass the session to you, Doctor. Okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much to our moderator today, Teacher Shimi from Perak. All right, before I start my session, I would like to express my gratitude to Edidik team of Perak, okay, Cikgu Zaf, Cikgu Adila and the gang, and of course Edidik Malaysia as a whole. All right, before we start our session, let me introduce myself. All right, I'm Dr. Juhaida. Right now I'm teaching in SK Panchor Muar. I've been teaching for about 28 years. And I got my doctorate in TESOL from UKM in 2015. And also I'm the master trainer of CEFR since 2017. Okay, I'm used to be the expert reviewer for papers and instruments of PhD and master student. But, well, being given the opportunity, to share the knowledge during this MCO, Movement Control Order, is a great opportunity for us to share, Well, ladies and gentlemen, parents, teachers, and students, without further ado, because I've been given for an hour, all right? And I hope this is our first session or first slot before we move on to the next slot. Maybe the second series and so on. Okay, without further ado, let me share my slide. And I keep it my slide in cloud, which I use Google Slide. Okay, and before we go further, I would like you all to hear or listen and watch, okay, my video which I taped via Loom application. Okay, check it out now. Assalamualaikum and hi to everyone. Navigate home-based learning, tweaking CFR Year 4 remotely. That is the title of my session today. Some of the questions that might trigger either from the parents or the teachers themselves. For example, how can primary school students learn effectively through home-based learning? What if our children can't get all their answers right and we can't even guide them every step of the way? So teachers and parents out there, those are some of the questions that might trigger in our mind that shows the skeptical of the process itself. Well, parents and teachers, we are all not alone. In addition, we don't have to be too much worried or worry too much if the children got the answer wrong. Don't worry, teachers. Keep calm and continue learning. The children won't be penalized They will not be faulted for any reasons because, after all, it's home-based learning. The key to this is that just continue the momentum of learning to allow the child not being physically in school, but learning still continue to take place at home. So again, teachers, it is the mindset. So just continue learning. Well, allow the child to try. If the answers are wrong, let it be. It is okay. Mistakes are okay. Once the children come back to class or to schools, the teacher will rectify and explain to them. In reality as well, children also learn when they make mistakes. Mistakes help them to learn. When the child eventually go back to school, right, teachers will help students catch up. So hence we teachers are helping them out with different platforms. For example, Google Meet, Telegram, WhatsApp, and related. Besides, if the children stuck with their assigned work, Google Meet would be the best where they can have face-to-face via online platform. We can't promise that it's going to be very smooth sailing, but at best, or at least, allow the teachers some time to try this out. Hence, we teachers can have face-to-face time with the student, and also some meaningful learning may take place for those who have the assessed. In fact, it really takes a lot of time for the teachers to prepare the materials, tools, especially the readiness of each particular child is really different. Hence, we teachers need to be able to have some kind of differentiations, whether in terms of assignment, instructions, tasks. You see, teachers need to come via the knowledge of knowing each child very well. The knowledge of the child will be able to make the teachers tweak and design something just for that particular group of students or child. Indeed, home-based learning is not only about gadgets. Home-based learning is also between online and offline. Online is about using screen time, roughly about 20 minutes or for each subject, for example, and leaving another 20 minutes also for the offline assignment. It can come out in the form of workbook, assignment in hard copy, and so forth. Yeah, it should be mindful that it should not be too much online on the screen time for the children. So it is a good balance between the time or between the two formats will be better. So we teachers, we need to be flexible and able on how to strike the balance. Finally, school and home need to have a good partnership to work together for the benefit of the child.
Okay, that's it. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, teachers out there, that one is actually the recorded part. Okay, recorded video that I did it via Loom. Okay, for your information, okay, Edidik team or Edidik account, they are being granted for the full access. They call it Loom Pro for education and it's free. So for you to use this gadget, for you to use these apps, all right, you can have it as for free when you have the Edidik account, all right. For Edidik account, if you have this Loom Pro for educations, okay, it's unlimited access, meaning that you can save more than 25 videos, or it's up to you, teachers. If you have basic Loom, it's only that you can save the video is 25 only, 25 videos you can save. But for this Loom Pro, you can have unlimited assessment. You can save more than that. Okay, now with this, there are 2 sessions for this sharing. First of all, how you want to navigate our class remotely. Okay, and later on, I will touch on how to go about with the remote learning of CEFR Year 4. Actually, I'm dealing with CEFR, English class. Okay, now let us see. How to navigate our class remotely. Well, teachers, at this moment, you are not alone. Everyone are facing the same obstacles, the same challenge, the same problem. Everyone asking ourselves, everyone you're asking yourself how to do it. Okay, your things, your apparatus, whatsoever, your hard copies book, it's all maybe in schools. No worry, teachers, we have ample materials, access, which are being given for free online and things like that. So first of all, you need to explore options. You need to choose your tools. And later on, you're going to build a classroom environment online. Okay, now the step. How do I teach remotely with video call, for example? So then teachers, you need to set up your home for video calling. Like I did just now, is a sample recorded video which I use Loom. So how to do it? Okay, let us look at this tutorial. Start the video call with your class or record it using Loom. Okay, now check it out. Okay, let us look what is Loom is all about. Okay, perhaps you can use it as your tools, okay, as your platform to record it, to record your video. Okay. Now let's
I have always felt if you know what you're going to do in advance.
Hi, my name is Seti and welcome back to the channel where we make educational technology easy for you. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at a Loom, a screen recorder that's going to allow you to turn your lessons into online learning experiences. So let's dive into it with another flipped classroom tutorial. Now, a good screen recorder makes all the difference when you're trying to do your teaching online, or you're trying to record some videos and presentations and share them with your students. Now, Loom has recently announced that forever they will be free for schools, educators, and students. So let's have a look at what Loom can do and how it can help you improve your lessons or bring your lessons online. Now, the first thing you'll have to do is go into the Chrome Web Store and search for Loom Screen Recorder. You could also just do a Google search for Loom Screen Recorder or Loom extension. Now, I'm going to go into the Chrome Web Store and then I'm going to search for Loom. Once I've found it, all I have to do is click on that Add to Chrome button. You're going to then click on Add Extension, and the extension is going to be installed. You'll see there's an extra icon at the top, and you now have access to Loom. Now, you do still have to sign into Loom. Now, once everything's been installed and you're ready to go, simply click on that icon, and you'll be asked for some permissions. Go ahead, give it access to your camera and microphone, and you're good to go. Now, Loom can be used in 3 different ways. Now, you can see here on this screen that my face is right there in the bottom left corner, and that's the webcam from the camera on my laptop. Now, Loom can use that camera, and what you can do now is you can either use a combination of your screen recording and your camera, or you can use just the camera or just the screen. Now, where do you change that? Well, that's in the top right corner. As you can see, I now have screen plus camera. I can also select the screen only. And you can see I now have this photo there down below, but you can also remove that. Don't worry about it. And then we can also use the camera only. Now, the camera only will turn on that camera and then only record my camera view, only record what the webcam sees, and no longer record my screen. So let's say that we want to do a combination of screen and camera, and we're going to record our full desktop. Well, what I can do now is I can dive into the advanced settings. So here, show advanced settings, I can change my camera source, I can change the audio source, but I can also add a couple of different things down below. I can have a control menu, and when I take this off, you can see those controls have disappeared. I can have a countdown, and I can also remove that photograph in the bottom left altogether. So if this is unticked and you select screen only, well, then there is no camera in the bottom left corner. That's a question I've often been asked about screen recording with Loom is, can I record my screen and not have a letter, not have an icon, not have a picture? Well, you have to dive into those advanced settings to do that. Now, I am going to record screen and camera, so I'm going to leave that on. And then I simply press start recording. Now, as soon as I press start recording, my computer is going to just double check that I really want to share my entire screen. Now, I do want to share that, so I'm going to click on share. As soon as I click on share, you'll see the countdown. So here we have now 3, 2, 1. And now Loom is recording. So as you can see now, I'm recording myself into the webcam and I'm also presenting my screen. Now everything I do on screen will be part of the Loom video. So I can open up this PDF here. I can scroll down and talk about it to my students, and then I can jump back. And then once I've finished recording, well, what I can do then is click on this OK button down below. So I'm going to click the tick, and the recording has been finished. Now, Loom brings this into their own platform. So that means that you now have the Loom Editor, and you can use the Loom Editor to edit your video a little bit. You can crop it, give it a title.
Yes. Now, that one is actually part of the tutorial on how you want to use Loom as your tools to record your video. Well, teachers, again, teachers, it's up to you. Now, because those apps are free, okay? So now, once we have done that, okay, you are ready with the navigating. Now, we are going to either, after that, you have recorded your video, and then we're going to invite the entire class of your student. Okay, perhaps you can use Google Meet. See, Google Meet, you can create video calls and also you can invite entire class. So a Google Meet, you also need to have a G Suite account. EDA also provided with that the G Suite account, all right? So once you have that, even nowadays, you know, start yesterday, I think, the G Suite, they have make links in their Gmail. So it's easier for you, teacher. You just open up your Gmail account in G Suite, and then the Google Meet is already there. The Meet link is already there. So you just click and set up and ready to go for your Google Meet with your class. And next, you're going to hold the audience and question and answers during presentation. So once you have set up your class, okay, with Google Meet, and during the presentation also, you can ask or you can let your students to ask questions and so on. Okay, they can on their mic or they can on their video and whatsoever, but it's still in control. And this is a live stream. You can live stream your lesson. How to live stream your lesson? Okay, let's look here. Now, how do I teach remotely without video calls? Okay. Now we are using kind of devices or these apps. Here we can have Google Classroom. Okay, you can also have a website. These are all the tools that you can use, online quiz, and also you can get the feedbacks. So first of all, let us look at Google Classroom. Check it out.
Google Classroom is an easy-to-use tool that helps teachers manage coursework. With Classroom, you can create classes, distribute assignments, grade and send feedback, and see everything in one place. Students can complete assignments independently or in a group and receive feedback along the way.
Okay. Yeah, that one is tutorial of using Google Classroom as your platform. So here, teachers, in the Google Classroom, you can communicate, all right, and engage your students. Okay, next we can have also like Google Site. Okay, check it out. Okay, what is Google Site? Now look here.
Google Sites is a collaborative tool that allows you to easily create websites, host course curricula, and publish content to the web. You can create a class site to share materials and course information with students, parents, or student guardians, or have students create their own e-portfolios to showcase their work. And Google Sites integrates with Google Drive, so you can embed files for a polished final look.
Okay, that's what is Google Sites is all about. Next, we can also have online quiz. You can create online quiz for your class, for example. Okay, we'll take some time.
Dre and Tim here back with another EDU in 90. And on this episode, we'll be diving into quiz functionality within Google Forms.
That's right. To get you started, we'll be looking at the basics of using quizzes. But check out the links below where we'll share some additional resources for this flexible classroom tool. Let's get to it.
To set up a quiz, start by creating a new Google form from Drive. From there, you'll want to choose the settings button in the top right. Click into the quizzes section and select the button that says Make this a quiz. You'll then be presented with options for releasing grades to students and for the level of visibility you'd like respondents to have. For this video, we'll share grades immediately for quick feedback and stick with the default options to share missed questions, correct answers, and point values.
As you're creating the content for your quiz, make sure you're including a way to identify respondents. This might be through selecting the option in the General Settings tab to collect email addresses, or through including an additional field for student name.
Multiple choice, checkbox, drop-down, and short answer questions can automatically be graded based on correct answers. And question types like paragraph response questions can be manually graded. If you plan on including manually graded questions, make sure you indicate that in the quiz settings.
Once you've created a question, click Answer key to identify the correct response and to assign a point value to the question. Here, you can also choose to add answer feedback. This might just be text or could include links, videos, or websites to provide further explanation.
You can share the quiz with your students via email, link, or Google Classroom. And once it's been completed, it's easy to explore the results.
In the Summary tab, you can look across all respondents and all questions. In the Question tab, you're able to view all responses for a single question, one question at a time. And in the Individual tab, you can see answers by respondent. Responses can also be viewed in Google Sheets by selecting the Create Spreadsheet button.
That's a wrap on today's episode. For more information on quizzes with Google Forms, check out the links below. And in the comments section, let us know your favorite ways to use quizzes in the classroom.
Wow, that is actually a sample, all right? Actually, you can create quizzes from quizzes. You can have also what world, okay? There's a lot. So this is our sample. And some of you also comment that we can also use Zoom. Yes, yes, teachers. Actually, there are ample of platform that you can have it for your class. All right, so again, this is just a sample. And how to get feedback. So this is also a sample from Google Doc. Okay, where you can use these to get the comments, all right, or any feedbacks from your student. Okay, let us check. Okay. Okay, so this is the samples from the Google Doc. Again, if you show your materials online, okay, with your student, you can on this, all right, and then your student or you can comment on the the shared materials. So this is a part of it. You can have an access to the feedback and things like that. Again, you also can put it in your Google Classroom. How to navigate all this? I guess you have already learned also from other sessions, from other from other trainers that they're focusing on Google Classroom, okay, Google Apps and things like that, or even Microsoft, okay. Okay, then done with that. Okay, let us look here. Now, We have done with it. Again, teacher, I would like to emphasize here how to navigate our classroom only. We know that it can seem so daunting, bringing your classroom experience online. Your student may have limited access, to technology at home. You may never have taught or even taken any online courses before, and you don't have a lot of time to prepare. But we know that you are so committed, to do all these things, to provide your student with the opportunity to continue in learning. So, well, teachers, don't worry. We are all in this together. We are not alone. Okay, next, let us look. Okay, this is the second slot, or the second what I want to discuss or want to share with you. Tweaking CEFR 4. I purposely choose CEFR 4 because I'm teaching primary school. And why I choose CEFR? Because this is level 2. Year 4 is considered as level 2. So, are you ready? Well, check it out. Okay. How to go about with teaching and learning CEFR 4? As far as I'm concerned, or as far as you're concerned, that teaching year 1 to 3 is a little bit different from teaching year 4. Because why? Because year 4 is more to level 2 that quite emphasizing on summative assessment, or people start thinking, teachers start thinking, even parents start thinking when they are going to sit for the exam. So teachers, don't worry too much. But you need to have clear in your mind, teacher need to have these points clear. You need to be at ease, right, on the CEFR aligned documents for the classroom. What are the documents? Your curriculum format, your FA formative assessment also in your mind, right? Your document, your syllabus. What else you have to know? So those are the things that you need to be at ease. And then you need to consider when planning and managing a lesson, your lesson plan. How to do it, you should know. And then once you have to use also the formative assessment, teacher, the FA, to check pupils' understanding and to obtain feedback on progress learning. So these are points that you need to bear in your mind. Then reflection and review to improve the way you teach, to be more effective and assess your own lesson honestly. So again, teachers, the aim, of teaching CEFR 4 is to contribute common understanding of learning, how to learn the language within the framework to communicate, to cooperate, and to develop independently. This is according to Allison, 2007, page 21. Next. When writing the lesson plan, this is just a part of revision, teachers. First of all, you need to identify the learning standard. Where is it? You need to refer your SOW, scheme of work. And once you write your learning objective, you need to bear in your mind we have 2 learning objectives. What are they? Yes, your main, and the second one is your complement. Again, all the things you need to refer to the relevant pages of student book, teacher book, your DSKP, and the DSKP for your performance standard. Again, teachers, bear in your mind your LO need to be smart. What are smart? Yeah, you should know what are smart, right? So all this lesson plan, all this writing out of the lesson plan, you need to embed the teaching of grammar and vocabulary of the 4 skills. And you should bear also in your mind that in year 4, we are focusing on reaching A1 high. That's the level. So level of grammar also mistake are part of the learning process. Next it. CEFR global scale. I hope that everyone knows. Teaching year 4, we are reaching A1 high. These are the basic users. For primary learners, they are considered as basic users, whereby we are focusing on A1 to A2. For preschool, Okay, it's just a beginning of A1. And later on for year 4 is A1 high until year 6 they are reaching A2. Once they move up, okay, to the secondary school, now they are focusing as the independent users. Learners are known as independent users, whereby they are supposed to be in B1 to B2. Okay, now who are the proficiency users? Well, teachers, you are. Okay, teachers, mostly you are expected, okay, to have C1 or C2 level in CEFR. That is why teachers, why some of you who didn't or who don't reach the skills of level C1 or C2, you need to sit for the, what you call it, CEFR readiness. It's a compulsory teacher. You can't escape of that. So that is why you need to prepare yourself before you prepare your student for all these levels. Okay, next. Now, how to go about with the remote learning? I'm focusing on CEFR year 4. Again, teachers, don't worry. Why I say don't worry, if you even leave your hard copy, your textbook behind, you still can have access from the online materials. For example, there is a lot of materials shared by other teachers. Okay, and if let's say you want to have access on the Get Smart Plus student book, they have it in soft copy, for example, in PDF, anyflip.com, and so on. Even the Get Smart Plus for workbook in soft copy. And they also have sample tests derived from the series supplied. Okay, sample tests are created by teachers also and other sources, okay, on the 4 skills, which are listening, speaking, reading, writings. And they made it in a platform, for example, in Google Form quizzes, right? Quizzes, word world games, worksheets online, in documents, PDF, etc. So there are ample teachers. It's up to you teachers to browse and search the suitable one for your student and for your class. Okay, next is that, okay, these are samples of resources of Get Smart Plus. Okay, links that I managed to grasp. Okay, these are from the student book Get Smart Plus for PDF. Okay, let us check it out. Okay, I save it online. Okay, why I save it online like this? And because it is in PDF file. And okay, now it's downloading. Okay, it's saved in Adobe Acrobat. Okay, you see, you can find the screen like this, and then open in Acrobat. So it's much more stabilized. Open in Acrobat. Okay. All right, this is the one. So this is a sample. Why I would purposely show this to you all teachers? Because why? If you want to have tests or assessment for the other 3 skills, for example, like reading, writing, speaking is something that common, but we seldom or sometimes we have lacking of knowledge on how to set the listening task, okay, for our student. And now it's even online, and you need to have it remotely. So this is how you have it. Okay, if you see here, teachers, this is in a PDF format, all right? The good thing about having in PDF format is that, one, no people or nobody can change it without your knowledge, without your permission, one. And the second part is, you see, this is the link, okay? Okay, let's click that. All right, wait. Okay, will take some time. Also, it depends also on your internet connection. Okay, once we have that, okay, then we generate. We need to generate the link. Okay, now it's generating. Okay, that's it. Now the link is copied. Okay, once you have this link and copied it to your slide, and my slide also is from Google Slide, and I don't keep it on my desktop, but it's in the cloud. So again, teacher, it's very easy for you to share it. All right, how to share it? You just copy the link and paste it on your slide where I did. So now we browse here. Okay, this is a sample of tests derived from the city. Okay, it comes together with your student textbook. Okay, Get Smart Plus textbook, a student book, and also the workbook also have it, right? So now we look here. Now let us look. Okay, they have topic, the content, and this content is actually related or is referring to the unit in student textbook. Okay, they have 10, test 1 until test 10. And you see they also have the revision test 6 to 10, and they also have listening transcript. Okay, because why? Because if you want to set for this task or assessment for your student, okay, now it's loading chat comment. Okay, oops, right. Okay, you are going to refer to this. Okay, let us browse first. Okay, check it. All right, this is the first test. The first test is related to the first topic in the student textbook. What is it? Where you come from. So again, teachers, the layout is like, this is a sample, is a guideline, teachers. There is no such thing as this is the real format, because until now, we don't have the real format given by the lembaga. Okay, so this is a sample for you teachers to proceed with your formative assessment and also your summative assessment. All right, so now look here. For test 1, okay, the student can have this mark. This mark is actually for you to set your student where are they now. All right, so what I want to emphasize here is on listening and match, because for this one, number 1 is something normal. You can ask your student to write, they will write it. Okay, even also the number 2. Okay, number 2, read and write. Use the adverbs of frequency and the verbs in bracket. Okay, this one they are all familiar because these they learn from the student textbook, from the student Get Smart Plus 4. So these are something familiar, teachers. Okay, what I want to emphasize here is on the listen and match. Okay, sometimes we have difficulties on how to do it. So you see, teacher, this is a symbol of city. So where to get that? The access of the city? Okay, no worry, teachers. Before we start that, okay, let the student to read the instruction, listen and match, and look at the sentence given. So the first sentence given is Jim is from Brazil and play basketball on Saturday, and finally Kelly. So that means there are 3 characters here. So the student needs to listen from the city, from the audio, and then they need to match. Okay, now let us browse the audio and we do it simultaneously. Okay, let us look. Okay, now we go to this. Okay, that one is test 1, right, teachers? So you're going to open this one. Okay. Does it sound?
Test 1.
Okay.
Activity 3.
Yes.
Listen and match. 1. Hello, my name's Jim. I'm British. I wake up at 7 o'clock every day. I get dressed, have breakfast, and go to school at 8 o'clock. After school, I do my homework and I sometimes watch TV or ride my bike to the park. On Sunday afternoons, I always play chess with my brother at home. 2. Hi, I'm Paola and I'm American. I wake up at 7:30 in the morning. I have breakfast and I ride my bike to school at 8:15. After school, I usually go to my karate lesson for an hour. But every Wednesday, I go swimming. It's great. 3. Hello, I'm Kelly and I'm Brazilian. I wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I have breakfast and I walk to school at 8:30.
After school, I go home, have lunch, and do my homework. I sometimes watch a DVD, read a book, or listen to music. On Saturday morning, I go swimming in a swimming pool near my house, and I play basketball with my friends every Saturday afternoon.
Okay. All right, done with that. Let the student answer because they already listened to that question, dialogues. Okay, then they're going to match 1, 2, and 3. So that is how you do it. Okay, then another sample. Okay, we go to the second one. It's from Unit 2. Okay, again, they have this. Look and write the subjects. Okay, these pictures are familiar to the student because why? These pictures are in their student textbook. Then we go to the second part. Okay, the second part is listen and write T for true or F for false. So before we start the audio test, let the student look at the question. Okay, now we have 7 questions here. First one is like Mary's favorite subject is English. So they need to listen to the series and they need to jot down and put the letter T for true, F for false. So now again, we listen to the CD. Okay, now we go to the test 2. We click the test 2. And again.
Test 2.
Right,
Activity 2. Listen and write T for true or F for false. 1.
Mary, what's your favorite subject?
Well, I like music and art. Maths and science are really hard for me. English is the subject I like the most.
How often do you have English?
I would like to have English every day, but unfortunately we have it only 3 times a week, on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays.
How often do you have maths?
Maths? Mondays and Tuesdays. No, wait. Fridays too. 3 times a week.
What about PE, Mary? Do you like it?
Not really. PE is boring.
2. What's your favorite subject, Paul?
My favorite subject? Social studies, maths, no. Science, yes.
Science is hard.
Yes, but I'm really good at it.
What other subjects are you good at?
Almost everything. I'm good at English, social studies, and maths, of course.
All right, done with the listening part. Now the students are ready to answer the questions given here. Okay, so this is part of Unit 2. Then we move on. Okay, I just skip the rest because the rest is like writing, reading is something that you are familiar doing with your student. But listening, sometimes you escape, right? So this is how you do it. Okay, then we go for test 3. Test 3 again is on Unit 3. So if you look here for number 2, listen and answer the question. So again, before we start with the testing on listening, we look at the question given. For example, number 1. Did Queen Victoria have any brothers or sisters? Number 2, did she speak Spanish? Okay, number 3, what was her favorite subject? And finally, how old was Queen Victoria when she died? So these are the things that the student need to really focus when they are listening to the audio. Okay, now we check the audio. Okay, we go to test 3. Okay, again, back to that sample.
Test 3. Activity 2. Listen and answer the questions. Bob, what are you doing up so late?
Oh, Grandma, I have to do this project about famous queens of the past, and I don't know what to write.
I can tell you about a famous English queen, Queen Victoria.
Queen Victoria? I only know Queen Elizabeth.
Well, listen. Queen Victoria was 18 years old when she became queen.
Did she have any brothers or sisters?
No, she didn't. Her first language was German. At 3 years old, she learned how to speak English and French.
So she spoke 3 languages: German, English, and French.
Right. And you know, she didn't go to school.
She didn't?
No. The teachers came to her house. She loved playing the piano and singing.
So music was her favourite subject. That's my favourite subject too. And when did she die, Grandma?
She died when she was 81 years old. People called her the grandmother of Europe.
Okay, that's great. Thanks a lot, Grandma. You're the best.
Okay, done with the listening part. Now it is time for the student to answer. So again, teachers, you may also repeat. Okay, for example, like this part, okay, because sometimes students have difficulties to understand even the accent. That is why, teachers, you need to familiarize with the accent here, given by the cities, because this is British accent. So you need to practice the student to listen it. So as time goes by, they will, at ease with the accent. So I hope that once they finish all the units, they know. At least they can answer the cities at ease, okay? All right, now this is another unit. Okay, all right. Now we go to test 4 from unit 4. Same also, I'm focusing on listening part. Okay, you look at the question given here. Listen and circle A or B. Okay, question number 1. When is Alice's birthday? So the answer is given in A, 5th February, B is 6th February. So you need to circle which one? But the student needs to listen to the city. Again for question number 2, 3, and 4. Now let us listen to the city. Okay, go to test 4. Okay, then back.
Test 4.
To that.
Activity 2. Listen and circle A or B. 1.
Hi, Alice.
Hi, Tom. Listen, I'm going to have a birthday party on Saturday. Would you like to come?
Where's your birthday, Alice?
My birthday's on the 5th of February, but I'm going to have a party on Saturday, the 6th of February.
2.
Okay, Alice. That sounds great.
By the way, you have to dress up. It's a costume party.
A costume party?
Yes.
Fantastic. I love wearing costumes.
3.
Would you like me to make some sandwiches for the party?
No, thank you. My mum and I are going to make sandwiches, pizzas, and burgers.
Yummy.
4.
And are you going to make a birthday cake with your mum too?
No, I'm going to buy a big birthday cake.
Okay. See you on Saturday then.
Okay, bye.
Done. So you teachers, another thing or another tips I would like to share here, they have indicators. For example, when I say number 1, so the student need to listen carefully with their indicators. And then number 2, number 3, and number 4. So this is actually the part where the teachers need to highlight it to the student so that the student can wisely detect where is or what are the answers. Okay, next we go to test 5. All right, we skip for number 1 and then we go to second part, listen and circle what the children have. Okay, so these are the items. Also, the students are familiar with the pictures. For example, the first one is flour, second is sugar, butter, and eggs, all right? Then milk, okay? And then pineapples and what is this? Fish or what? Okay, let's listen. Listen to the audio again. Okay, go to the test 5. Then you click here. Okay, downloading, and you open again to the
Test
question.
5. Activity 2. Listen and circle what the children have.
I'm hungry. I want to eat something sweet.
Me too.
What can we make? I know. Let's make dessert pizza.
Dessert pizza? Interesting.
What do we need? We need some flour. A bag of flour.
There's a bag of flour in the cupboard.
Good. Take it out. Okay. We need some sugar too. Is there any sugar in the cupboard?
No, there isn't.
Now check in the fridge. Is there any butter?
Let me see. Oh, yes. There's some butter, some eggs.
Great. We need 2 eggs and some milk. Is there any milk?
There's a carton here. No, that's juice. There isn't any milk.
We have to buy some milk then. Now we need some fruit. A pineapple, some kiwis and peaches.
Let me look in that bag. There's a pineapple in here. There aren't any peaches or kiwis.
We have to buy some peaches and kiwis then. Let's go shopping for our dessert pizza.
Okay, that's it. So now, after they listen to the conversation, okay, then they are going to circle what the children have. Okay, so teachers out there and students, all right, these are the sample that you might set, okay, for your listening test or your listening assessment. Okay, now they have like until test 10. Okay, next I would like to show it to you, the transcript. Okay, beside all those are kept in the audio test, okay, teachers also can refer to the transcript provided here. Okay, now this is the listening transcript test 1 to 10. So again, teachers, okay, if let's say you are stuck somewhere, you can refer to this. So actually it will be at ease, okay, if you want to set up your listening assessment or your listening test with your student. So again, I would like to emphasize here how to share. Okay, this is the link because this is in PDF file. So I would like to recommend you teachers, if you want to share with your student, do it in PDF file, unless, okay, you want them to write it or you want to have it in open comment and so on. But again, if you have it in Google Slide or you can have it in Google Sheet, you can also share with your student and they can comment on the screen itself, okay? Okay, next, done with this. Okay, we close this one. Okay, we close this one. All right, let us look. Okay, wait. Where is my question? Okay. All right, now we go back to our screen, our slide. Okay, now done with that. I would like to show you another samples, all right, prepared by other teachers. Okay, just to acknowledge, okay, the samples from the student book Get Smart Plus also, I also got from my colleagues, okay, my other teachers, for example, like from Miss Ash, Telegram, okay, teacher Idayu, okay, teacher Farah, thank you very much, okay, because from that group, okay, we managed to have a lot of access and it's all free. And now what I would like to share here is from, okay, that's now is from the teacher resource, is that from the CD-room. Next, we're going to have samples from Fajar, from Oxford Fajar Senior Berhad. So again, they have also listening tasks. Okay, check it. It's in cloud. I purposely put it in PDF file and I purposely put it in cloud because it's easier for me to share with you all. Okay, now this is a sample for Oxford. Okay, Oxford Fajar Berhad. Okay, now they have this. I'm going to open it in Acrobat so it's much clearer. Okay. Oops, right, it's okay. Now it will take some time to process. Again, it depends to your, what you call it, teacher, your internet connection. You can continue, okay. Wait, let me, okay, it seems that they have problem, don't worry. Okay, all right. Okay, just put it here, okay. All right, now, this is the listening text, okay. All right, now we have like this. Set 1, where are you from? Okay, so you may either read it by yourself, teachers, and then let the student listen. And later on, you show the question. Okay, let us look here. It's stuck. Can't move it again. It is, I think, because of my internet connection. It's quite slow sometimes. Okay, don't worry. Okay, this is a sample. Okay, now we go to the other samples. Okay. Now look here, listening, speaking, reading, and writing text. Again, also from the Oxford Fajar. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right, now let's review. Okay, this one is listening again. Once you, you let the student listen to the text just now, you read it. And after that, the student will answer this. For example, question number 1, what is Ryan talking about? So again, you refer to the previous text. Okay, so this is as samples. Okay, but you need to prepare with the audio test. Okay, listen to the text, answer, and answer the question. Hi, I'm Pablo, I'm from. So that is they need to listen carefully and then they're going to write the answer. I guess for Form 4 also more or less is the same. It's only that the focus, okay? But again, how you do it, the task, okay, on the listening part is something similar like this. So it's easier for you teachers, okay, to prepare. First of all, you need to have the text, and then you need to have the audio. Then you share it. And it's preferable for you to have in PDF so that you can share with the student, right? Or if you want to have it in in your Google Sheet, then the student can write it there. Then you can have the answers simultaneously. Okay, so for year 4, we have awareness test. Okay, what is the sample? Okay, let us look at a sample awareness test. Okay, again, this is in PDF format. All right, now, language awareness test. So create sentences using always, usually, sometimes, and never using the pictures given. So example given here, given the picture. And again, teachers, I would like to emphasize here, or I would like to remind you, please, before you do the task, give the samples, right? Before the student answer the task, leave the sample. Because why, teachers? CEFR highlights differentiation. Okay, meaning that there is nobody left behind. Whether the students are from the high achievers or the middle, average student group, or even the supported group. So meaning that when you have these samples on how to answer the question, the weak students are not being left. So that they at least can write correctly. I'm not afraid of the higher achievers or even the middle group, because more or less they can answer it. But for the weak group, for the weak student teachers, we need to give them some guidance, either partially guidance or fully guidance, even in assessment. That is the beauty of CFR, teachers. Because why? In CFR, we are emphasizing on mastery learning, meaning that if your student cannot achieve, okay, the main objective, you need to repeat. So again, in the setting of assessment, we need to have, or we need to provide some some guidance. So in order for you to give or to provide some guidance, you can have the sample on how to answer the question. So instead of having this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, the first one is the sample. So then the student can write up their answers. Okay, this is a language awareness. Okay, then we have also language art. Okay, so for example, this is a sample of language art based on the short story, The King of Kites. Answer the following question. Teachers, please bear in your mind for year 4, all right, we have literature. Okay, complete literature. After this, I will show it to you. All right, so this is one of the titles from the literature. It's about the King of Kites. So you can have like this. You can ask the student, okay, what do you see on the front cover? So ask them to look at a picture. And who are the main characters of the King of Kites? So these are the things that the student need to answer from the language art. So, and again, you can also ask the student to decorate from that story. Imagine you are an animal. Animal is one of the characters appeared, okay, from the story. So design and decorate your own kite. So of course, teachers, your student will love, you know, to do arts. So this is also part of the assessment. It's not something like UPSR, teachers. The CFR is different in a way that they are emphasizing on mastering the skills. So if your students still not master the skill, you need to repeat, you need to revise until they understand it, until they master the skill, then you can move on. Okay, when I say that year 4 student needs to master until A1 high, meaning that that one is the guideline, teachers. If your student can't have that level, you need to repeat, you need to make sure that they reach that. So again, teachers, it's up to your creativity, it's up to your wise thinking, how to make sure that they have that, okay? All right, next, okay. All right, this is, and this one is from Jungle Book. It's about Molly. Okay, this one is from the Jungle Book. Okay, so this is the samples from the literature part. And then you can come up with write a poem about your favorite characters. So again, teachers, this is a sample. Okay, now I would like to show it to you. What is the literature for year 4? What are the, what you call it, the storybook covered? Okay, now I'm going to show it to you. Okay, some of the short story of the, okay, let us look at the, what call it, graphic novel, graphic novels. All right, this is from the BPK and the Jungle Book, and the graphic novel is the Jungle Book. So again, teachers, you can show to your student, share. Again, this is in PDF file. You can share the link, and then you can browse. Okay, show the student. This is the cover. The graphic novel, the Jungle Book. If you are familiar, this story is also come out in the Astro channels, you know, from the TV program. So I guess some of the students also are familiar with this story. So we browse, and from this, okay, how to use graphic novels with children. So this is very useful, teacher. Maybe some of you tends to skip, but you need to teach because this is part of the syllabus of year 4. So again, teachers, you can browse this. Okay, blah, 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 blah. And then, this is how to use that. A guide for teachers. I will share the link in my, my Google slide. Then you can have access. Especially for the Edidik account. You can have access automatically. But those who who does not have Edidik account, you need to ask from me. Okay? All right. Don't worry, teacher. I will give the access to it. And also, it's online. Okay? Using graphic novel, how to see, you need to browse. Okay, we have pictures from that graphic novels. Okay, and then how to do it. So teachers, you need to browse so that you have the knowledge about the graphic novel. Okay, see? All right, okay, let us look here. Okay, let me smaller the size. All right, this is the Jungle Book. So from the cover. So you can ask your student what is the genre of the book and the titles, and you can ask the student about the original author. Okay. Next. Okay, exploring the back cover. Okay. You see the Jungle Book. So this is the title and the blurb. Okay, the synopsis of the book. Okay, saying that Rudyard Kipling's tales of a young boy. Okay, let me make it bigger. All right, of a young boy raised by wolves in the jungles of India is skillfully adapted by the veteran writer. Okay, so blah, 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 this is the blurb. And then we also can teach the student, what is this? This is the barcode. And then this is the publisher and things like that. Okay, so you need to have the knowledge, teacher, how to teach the literature. This one is the graphic novel to your student. So again, this one is the synopsis, chapter by chapter. Chapter 1, for example, telling you about the Molly. Who is Molly? Molly is a little boy. What does he do? So he takes refuge in a cave. Why is like that? Because he's adopted and brought up by two wolves, Father Wolf and Mother Wolf. Who are they? So Shirahan, the tiger, has killed Molly's parents and vowed to kiss Molly. Mother Wolf feels the need to keep Molly in the pack to protect him. At Council Rock, Akila asks if anyone will speak for Molly. Balu, the bear, and Bagheera, the panther, suggest that Molly should stay. So that one is synopsis of chapter 1. So again, go on, teachers, telling with your student, sharing this, okay, and you can have the description of the main characters of the main characters of the stories, okay, and then you see, we also have what else? We can also teach the student the supporting characters in the story. Okay, for example, like characters of Misua, a village woman who claims that Molly or Nathan is her son. So you see, at the same time, okay, using this, you can teach literature with your students. Okay, and everything is at ease. It's only that you should know how to do it, how to navigate, and how to go about it. Okay, I close this one. Okay, we have another like 15 more minutes. Okay, let us go again to our chat slide. Okay, now back to the next slide. Okay, all right, now this is our beloved Sifu. I took it from Mr. Abdullah, is famously known as Salah. In his Telegram, they call it Sir Aman and his team. So this is from Care to Share team. This is credit to them. Okay, if you look here, samples from Salah, whereby he also have samples of reading and writing. Okay, I also purposely shared the PDF file. Why? Because it's easier for me to share it online. Because why? Because my slide is online, it's in cloud. All right, so if you browse here, Salah, okay, also MN, they have it like this. Model Pembelajaran Kendiri Bahasa Inggeris tahun 4 ulang kaji. So this is purposely did for the MCO ulang kaji, and is prepared by Care to Share team. Okay, Salah and his team. So thank you very much. So hope that teachers out there, you can grasp of these, all right? You don't have to, cracking your head to think about whatever, because some of our good Samaritan teachers, have shared their materials for free online. It's only you teachers, you need to browse it. So again, I would like to show some part of it. They said it like set 1, they have it in for reading tasks, for reading assessment, they have read the passage. This is something like normals when the student, the students sit for their exam. It's a normal. But here in my session, I would like to emphasize on listening part, because some of you teachers seem like reluctant, to move on with the listening part, because perhaps you don't have access to the listening text, or perhaps you don't have access to the audio and so forth. Now, I'm giving you the platform, the ways and means how to go about it. Okay, so this is the part. You don't worry, I'm not going to show it everything because we have like another 15 more minutes to go, or 10 minutes to go. Okay, so we leave that and then we go back to our slide. All right, okay, by the way, teachers, why I have this cat as my slide? Why, teachers? Because cat is connoted is a symbol, all right, symbolize that we are at home. Okay, this is a domestic cat, all right, we are at home. That is why I say it's home-based learning. But again, the learning process is take place, all right. When I look at the question given in the live comment, they saying that some of you are the students, some of you are year 5 students. Okay, and even some of you also say that they are sitting for the UFSR. No worry, kids, no worry, children, even though, right, you are not supposed to sit for the UPSR, but you need to learn. You need to prepare yourself, children, to go for your next stage, that is your secondary school. So, in order to do that, okay, I would like to emphasize here, year 5 and year 6, they are not familiar, they are not being officially exposed to CEFR syllabus. No worry, kids, okay? It's time for you now to kick it, all right? To start to learn about CEFR syllabus. Start from now, you can browse. Either you can ask from your teachers, either you can ask from your parents, either you yourself can browse. What is CEFR syllabus about? You may start from this. Okay, so don't worry too much. You need to prepare yourself, students, okay, especially for the year 5 and year 6, because when you step, okay, into Form 1, you're already in CEFR. CEFR is something different, yeah, because we are emphasizing end of the journey. We are emphasizing on the cognitive skill. We need you to master the English and to speak like a native. That's the most. But at least you can speak, okay? You can speak English at ease. And you know how to appreciate, you know how to express yourself. You know how to express your opinion, okay? All right, next. Okay. Now, we are going towards the end. Okay, I would like to tell you, the slide that I'm using now is from Slido. Okay, Slido is actually is a free app, all right? From where you can have it. The beauty of it that if you are using Google Slide, is in the Google Slide, or you can browse from the internet. Okay, let us look. Okay, let's go back. Okay, let me make it bigger. All right. Now I'm using the interface of Google Slide. If you see here, teachers, kids, all right, and parents, we have here this one, Slido, S-L-I-D-O. So from this, all this one is on the cloud, is on the internet, all right? So let's say if you want to have a template, it's already there. Okay, you can click Slido. So it's working. Okay, again, it's depend on your internet. Loading. All right, so this have this. So from this also, teachers, the beauty of it also, you can create session. Okay, you see, you can control here, watch tutorials and everything. Okay, why I purposely put it here? I didn't I didn't delete it. Okay, why? Because teachers, I want to show you, using this, you can have like desktop software, meaning that you can replace the image on the screen with your own words. All right, you can check. If you are using desktop, the image will be like this. Okay. Okay, let me present. So it's much bigger. So now I'm using slideshow. All right. If you're using desktop, the image will be like this. Okay. If you are using tablet, the image will be like this. And if you are using smartphone, the image will be like this. So again, teachers, it's up to you. How to do it? You can browse it. So again, this is all Slido. And then teachers, all right. This one is known as credit slide. Okay, you cannot delete the credit slide, teachers, because this is part of the presentation template that you get it free from the Slido. You're saying that, thanks. Do you have any question? Blah, blah, blah. Credit, this presentation template was created by SlideGo, including icon by Flacon, blah, blah, blah. So please give this slide for attribution. So again, teachers, this gebus cat, the white cat, you can't delete it. So this is a sample of slide, okay, that you can have it free. And I took it from Slido. Actually, there is a lot of samples, so there's a lot of templates, but I purposely choose it because I'm using Google Slide, and it comes together with this, and it's like, you know, it's like something at ease for you to have it. Okay, next. All right, instruction for use. Okay, once we have all this thing, in order to use this template, you must credit. You see, you must credit SlideGo by keeping the credit slide, the one that I showed you before. You are allowed to modify this template. You see, you are allowed, but you need not. Okay, if you want to use it for both personal and special project, you need to have the credit slide with you. You cannot delete it. And then you are not allowed to supply, sell, rent, blah, blah, blah. So these are disclaimers. So you need to follow these rules and regulations. So again, teachers, if you want to know more about it, you can go, you can click to this link, all right? HTTP, okay, go to this website and you can browse it. All right, there's a lot. And okay, this template also come together with the educational icons. So teachers, you don't have to crack your head to find which icon is suitable for you or which icon is suitable for presentation, because all these are editable. Okay, let us look here. Why I say editable? Okay, now we go back. All right. Okay, this is my slide. All right, teacher. All right, when I say it's editable, right, you see? There. You can either delete, okay, gone, or you want to use it, put it on your slide and so on. Okay, so these are all editable, meaning that it can be edited, but again, you need to make sure that you have this, the credit slide. Okay, next one is okay, help and support icon. They also have avatar icons. So you see, teachers, you can choose. All right, that's it for my presentation on slide. And again, to wrap up for my session today, okay, how I go about it to answer the topic here, home-based learning, tweaking CEFR remotely. First of all, okay, either you want to have yourself recorded, then I use Loom. Actually, there's a lot of other apps, but I choose Loom because it's easier. Okay, then you record it yourself. You can repeat. If you are not satisfied with your recorded video, you can repeat. And what's being told in the tutorial, we can have 3 modes when you use the Loom. Okay, first, either you can have it, you know, like this. You see? Okay, if I present it, okay, just wrap up. Okay, if I present it, okay, now I click. All right, this one is I'm using screen only without my video.
And hi to everyone.
See?
Navigate.
Okay. Now, you see, this is my display profile. Why? Because I'm not using my camera. So instead, I'm just sharing my screen. If let's say, all right, I want to share my screen and camera. Okay, now we go here. Okay, let us look here. Okay, we started. Okay, now. Okay, okay, let's say I want to have a new one. This is done. Okay, this one I can share, teacher, because why we have copy links here. Okay. Okay, another 5 more minutes. I will go to the question given there. Okay, let me check. Oh, okay, it needs some time. Oh, it's okay. Now I'm going to look at the question given here. Right. Okay, let me check the question. Start from the beginning. Okay, some of you say that you also use Zoom, right? Yes, it's another platform of Zoom. Okay, but I'm using Google, and I favor Google Meet because we in Google, what do you call it, in Edidik Malaysia, we are entitled to have Edidik account, and and automatically we have G Suite. So what do you call it? So also entitle us to have this Loom for Education Pro for free. So again, teachers, if you still don't have the Edidik account, please you can ask for it. Okay, from our group. Okay, next, some of you also asked. Let me check. Okay, I'm year 5, but I can look. Okay, I understand. Yeah, don't worry. Nurse Hamida. Okay, you are year 5. Yes, but we are learning. All right, no matter what you are in what year, but we are learning. Okay, how to write differentiation strategy? Okay, good. Good. Teacher Shanbaga Valley. All right. How to write? Okay, teachers, if you attend the, what do you call it? The courses, okay, cascade courses for year 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, you are entitled to know of these strategies. And for your information, the 4 strategies, okay, they have their, the 4 skills, they have their own strategies and differentiation strategy. Okay, for example, okay, let's say you want to focus on writing skills, all right? Listening skill, but they have like 7 strategies. For example, in terms of tasks, okay, the strategies, okay? When you write your lesson plan, you make sure that you highlight this. First of all, maybe the first time you write it, you have to put DS, differentiation strategies, in your activities. Okay, for example, like, okay, student can write it, blah, 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 and then you put in a bracket DS, and down there you need to note it. DS mean differentiation strategies, and then you put that DS stroke FA. FA is formative assessment. Okay, DS, you put there also the note that differentiation strategies here in your lesson plan that particular time is like tasks. So differentiation strategies in terms of tasks. Okay, for example, like supported group means the weak student, you have to give them fully guidance. Am I right? So you put it there. DS, for example, like group 3. Group 3, you already put it down. Group 3 is for weak student. And then DS for group 2. Okay, maybe it's like partially guidance. And for the high achievers, no guidance. So you put it there, DS group 1. It's up to you, teacher, how you to note that. Okay? So bear in your mind, teachers, when you write a lesson plan, you need to know your LO. There are 2 LOs, main LOs and complement LO. Then once you write up the development stages, you need to have 2 also, DS and the FA, formative assessment. So DS and the formative assessment come together, teacher. It's linked. Okay, it's linked. Why I say it's linked? Because formative assessment, you can do it during your teaching and lesson progress in class, all right? But you need to mention it. Even though you just look at a student, okay? By looking at the body language of the student, you can understand whether the student understand your lesson or not. Or you ask question. This is a very normal ways of asking. Okay, ask question. All right, ask question to the student whether they can answer or not. That one is already formative assessment. But again, teachers, you have to mention it. How you do your formative assessment and what are the DS, what are the differentiation strategies that you do in your lesson plan. I hope that answers your question. Okay, then I let Dr. Juhaida. Thank you. Okay, teacher, when will the class end? Okay, soon. Care to share, team? Yes, of course. Okay, I can speak English very well and I can get well. Sure. Yeah, go ahead. And then teacher, how to focus on my study? I don't focus. I don't know how. All right. How, what, but. Okay, you don't know how to focus study. All right. First of all, if you want to focus, you have to have what you call it passion. Passion in your study, passion in the subject they want to learn. If you don't have passion, okay, if you don't have passion in your study, you don't have passion in your subject, that is why you can't focus. Okay? How to speak English very well? Nur Hamida. Okay, Nur Hamida, you want to speak English very well, first of all, you need to practice. How to practice? Okay, the very simple thing. Watch television program. What are the, okay, watch cartoons. Why I say watch cartoons? Because cartoon, they have a very simple language. Okay, even the small kid also can understand. Okay, simple language. Compared if you watch movies. If you have grabbed the language at ease, then you can watch movie. But it's up to you. Okay, again, what you call it is by practice. Listen. Okay, you need to use all the 4 skills. You need to listen. You need to use your eyes. Okay, you need to listen using the audio. You need to watch using your vision. All right, and then you need to use your movement, yeah, psychomotor and things like that. So first of all, to develop the interest in studies, okay, to speak well in English, you need to practice. Practice, practice, practice. That is why people say practice makes perfect. Okay. All right. What else? We are one Malaysia. We must be kind. Teachers, how to now pronounce? What is that? I'm student. Where are you studying? At home. Sungai, Korok, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I think it's time for me to say goodbye. Okay. But I guess this is the first series. Maybe we're going to have another series and we focus on different things. Okay. So I'm going to close this. Close. All right. So let me see. Passion and passion. Yes, Salina. Passion and passion. First, you need to have passion in yourself in order to develop the interest. Okay, once you have the interest, then with your passion, inshallah, it will come together. Okay, all right. Bye, teacher. Whatever you can. Yes, of course. Okay, hope that my sharing session here will give you a good thing. Okay, for you to move on. All right, for you to grasp hold of your English, especially the English language, and for you to study further. Okay, all right, thank you. All right, yes, you're welcome. Okay, any more questions before we end up? We have another like 2 or 3 more minutes because I've been given an hour, but it's okay. But again, teachers, to wrap up, you need to prepare. All right, your teaching, your lessons in what you call it, in a place that are appropriate. Okay, but you don't worry too much. Okay, because why? Because we have ample contributions, ample help from out there. You know, so what I said just now, we are not alone. All right, we do it together. And you have any doubts? All right, if you have any doubts, care to ask from people out there. Okay, with that, I thank you. And before I end up my my session, I would like to wish okay, Ramadan al-Mubarak. Happy fasting to all the Muslims out there. And hope that Allah will bless us, Allah will protect us from the COVID-19 musibah, and you are being protected no matter what, either Muslim or not. Okay, hope we are in kind, we are together, and inshallah this wabak will be end soon. That's our prayers, and we'll see you again online in future. That's all. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Dr. Juhaida for a very inspiring sharing session just now, full of energy, and it shows how she's very passionate in what she's doing. Okay, we are very grateful on behalf of the Edidik team for your time and effort, Doctor, for sharing your thoughts and experiences about the ways on how you can navigate home-based learning during this time of MCO and school closure. Okay, Doctor just now has shared with us many applications that we can use as teachers as remote learning. Okay, thank you so much, Doctor. And I like what Doctor said just now, that we teachers are all on this together, and we are not alone, right? So with that, I thank you again, Doctor, and to all our viewers, to all our viewers, thank you so much for your participation, and we hope to see all of you again next time. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye everyone. Bye.